How's it going, guys and gals? My name is Sergeant Beckett. Welcome back to Sergeant Beckett's podcast, my podcast, in which myself, my guests, talk about anything and everything to do with the topic of that episode, chosen by me, of course. Today, I am joined by my guests, who I'm going to now unmute one by one. Now, they have been giggling at something prior to this intro, so bear with us on that front. Here we go. First one is Stacey.
What?
Hello there.
What's going on now?
I'm just saying hello to you. That's all. Ieuan.
Yellow.
And Sinead.
Hello!
What is up, my homies?
What is up, my homies?
Sup, my homies, what you saying?
Tell you what, the order that you unmuted everyone just shows who you trust most unmuted.
No, there wasn't that. It's just the way it was. It's just I was going clockwise. It's just the way it was.
I mean, I knew I was going to be last because, like, I'm loud.
Special.
So. That too, I am, yeah.
It just happened the fact that Stacey was there. I was going around that way and Stacey was there.
Special. That's fine.
I'm
yeah.
very special, actually.
Okay,
Even the boys
we're both-
agree.
yeah.
So, how's everyone's day been today?
I love the fact we're going off
Good.
again.
How's everyone's day been?
Sorry.
See, we are here purely to take Toby's podcast on the tangent of not the topic. So that's
What's on the
why he has-
topic? Tangent as much as you like.
That's fine. But we'll end up tangenting.
I know.
Because it's
I'm
what we
trying to
do.
speak
Yeah, I
English,
know.
think.
And I cannot do English, so yeah.
Evidently not.
Ieuan's the only one who
Ieuan!
can English out of all of us.
I can English.
Sure.
I can English well.
Legally.
I English good, I do.
Not legally.
He's being illegal!
Apparently.
Crime!
Someone call 999.
He's being English, not Welsh!
I'd like to report a crime. Speaking English.
What was your crime? I spoke.
Oh my god!
Did you say anything offensive? No, I just spoke English.
Spoke English.
That's so offensive.
Oh.
I was trying to
Right.
communicate with fellow humans.
Oh. Anything happened recently to you guys?
I
anything-
got COVID.
I ate food.
Yeah.
Two very drastically different topics.
The great thing about that, right, is just that I ate COVID, I had food.
I'm not a foodie. But
I don't know what to add to this. But...
Oh. Actually, I've got something today. So.
You're fabulous.
I do, yes. So I got two things
You
actually.
are fabulous.
Well, things I've done
very
recently.
He got a haircut!
No, I didn't.
It's
I-
not even.
I haven't cut it. It's still like gone to the side from
He's just
yesterday.
found it! Okay.
Oh my god.
But it's still fluffy then.
I'm getting a cut. I'm making an appointment today or tomorrow or at some point, whenever this week.
Don't make an appointment, you don't need to at this
I
point.
do. I hate it.
Anyway, carry on.
Ugh.
Sorry, I interrupted again.
That's fine.
Get
But
my water.
I've done a few
Water.
things recently. So
I'm tangled.
depending on when this episode
Sorry.
goes out, because me and editing, I just edit when I feel like it, so videos go out whenever. So yeah. Depending on when you're seeing this, if it's not up, then I was recently at Froome for this or not. If you have seen it, then I hope you enjoy the videos. But yeah, that was that. And then also, I played a new game today.
Ooh.
It's
Shock
just,
horror.
it's a space game
Is
called...
it Star Trek related?
No, but it is space
But
related.
it's space rated, so,
Yes.
you know...
Space rated.
Space rated. This
PG space.
this game is rated space and all appropriate ordinances. But this game I played is called Elite Dangerous.
It's dangerous.
The dangerous game.
It's hard to play, so it makes it dangerous. And oh god, I'll say it now because it technically is a rant, but it's technically a rant, but I've got something else I want to rant about later on. But anyway, the game is rather interesting because, well, it starts off fine with the tutorial, but I've spent about 3 hours. And I told Stacey this. I spent 3 hours playing that game today, fighting one bloody person. I'll explain why. So basically, right, there's this part where it's called combat training. What the hell just happened there? What do you? What?
Stacey
just
smacked herself in the face with her headset.
Basically, I put my headset on, went like that, and smacked myself in the face.
Hell, Stacey.
I'm so glad I was the only one to see it. I was. So
I didn't
glad.
notice. I was trying.
the only one, because I'd be.
My computer
Toby,
glitched.
are you
I like
recording?
I know. I know.
You're recording, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're gonna see that later.
Yeah.
I'm the dumbest here.
But
I'm just like,
so I was just this one combat part, and I've told Stacey this already. One combat part, and there's 3 different enemies you have to destroy. Two drones, an easy guy, a medium guy, and a hard guy. That's I realized what I just said. A difficult opponent. Put it that way.
That just shows how mature we all are.
I'm very mature.
And how hard it no.
What?
How difficult it is to and how much you have to watch what you say. That's what I was meant to say. But basically, in this part of the thing, I didn't realize this to begin with, but you have to destroy these enemies. Now, I did want the easy enemy and the medium enemy, just fine. The really difficult enemy was annoying though, because I spent about 2 hours trying to defeat this guy, when all I had to do was listen to the guy giving you the instructions over the comms, because he says it would be a good idea if you to target the thing. Now I thought I had targeted him. I didn't, because I tried to press the actual target button. What have you done now, Stacey? What have you done?
Oh, okay.
Oh, she had a funny moment. It was a moment. But then what happened was that this guy told me to target him. I thought I had. I pressed the buttons before, but nothing happened. So I spent 2 hours trying to fight this guy. Eventually, I realized that I thought again. Okay, no, you know what? I'll do what this guy tells me. I'll press the target button. Little did I know that you can actually have aim assist in this game, which allows you to, allow the weapons to automatically follow the target as it goes around. Now the game is hard to control the ship anyway, so getting it to actually target the guy manually is difficult. But if I listened to the guy and actually done the target or the auto target option, I could have cut that 2 hours down to about probably like half an hour, maybe 1 hour at least. I was sat there and I was like, oh my god, I spent 3 hours trying to do that.
Clearly he's a rookie at gaming, so.
Well, that game in particular, but anyway, that was a bit of a thing I had to say that. But anyway, anything else happened to anyone interesting lately, or just oh well, actually, the people on the internet might not know, but you've actually did a field test of your Dalek Ieuan, haven't you?
Yeah. Literally yesterday, I took it out for the first time, having a proper long distance run. Basically, I put it together, and then I realized after talking to a bunch of actual experts who've actually built Daleks before, told them my setup, and they went, "Your batteries might not be any good." Which is bad because they're 75 to 80 quid a piece.
Bloody hell!
So I was just like, okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and test it. So I hadn't charged them up. I just left the original charge.
Yeah.
And I'm going round with this certain type of battery, and as I'm going round and round, going up and down the street, stopping and starting, flat out, slow, and all this, I was like, I'm looking down because I got like a little digital panel on my controller, and I can see there's like dots, so there's like little LEDs. It's like 3 red, 4 yellow, 3 green.
Mm-hmm.
The green's all gone, and it's just going to the yellows. And I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm looking down, I was like, okay, still there. A few minutes later, it's still there. I was like, okay, still flat out, it's still staying there. I parked up because I was talking to people. I looked down, I went, I've gained a green light. I've actually gained power.
You gained power by stopping.
Set off again, it went back down, but it stayed there. And I was just like, what? So it turns out my batteries are actually good. But I literally managed to go around the entire neighborhood, and everybody were like, well, there's people jumping out of the houses, through the windows, filming, stopping me to take photos, chatting, and all this. And then there was people in cars driving by with their phone like this. I was just going, get off the phone, like this. And I was sat there on the curb, and there was this guy in a van. I just remember it. I could see him down the end of the street. I know he's driving up, and he's going to go past me.
Yeah.
And I just had the head, and I was turning it, and I was like,
yeah. Oh, that must have been freaky.
like this, and I just kept on going. I kept on going, and kept on going, and it's panned right round, and he was just like,
What the fuck?
You like the Dalek from the what's it called?
Doctor Who.
When it when it was lockdown, that Dalek was on the road.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stay in.
You stay indoors. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're meant to myself.
You must self-isolate.
Oh
I
man.
bet that was Ieuan the entire time.
yeah. So it
So
just
my
freaked him
dad's
out.
calling you
Yeah.
Freaked him out big time. And then went up to there's a roundabout
Yeah.
where I live, so I went up to there. That's as far as I can go before actually going onto the main road. And I
Yeah.
was just going around the roundabout, just like that on the road, just going like this. And people were like, okay. And there was people jumping out the houses in the gardens looking over, and I was just like, what the hell's going on?
But I've never been this popular.
And the best one was this guy comes over and goes, I'll tell you what, it's nice to see someone going the right way of the roundabout now.
Well, yeah.
People just do it, they just go around the
Not
wrong way.
indicated, but you
Yeah.
know, it's fine.
How am I
Of
gonna
all the
get
things to
stopped?
go out the right way.
I should have had the dome lights.
Oh, I'll be like that.
Yeah.
Be like blinkers.
yeah. Meh, meh.
I have to do that now.
Of all the
But no,
things to go around the roundabout the right way, a Dalek does it right.
Yeah, that says a lot in Wales.
You
Doesn't it?
need to make it, you need to make it to fly now.
That's
Actually, to us, with the lights on,
It
It
looks
does
like
look
it
like
does.
it's
Underglow.
hovering.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it's hovering.
That's
But
what I noticed.
there was a couple of LEDs that broke, so it stopped just
How
over
did you
half.
connect it then? Is it by inside the battery?
I put another battery in it.
Yeah.
So it's got 2 car batteries for the main
me.
driving, so that's a 24-volt system. I got 2 12-volt systems, so I got 2 dry cell batteries, which are for motorbikes.
Mm.
So one operates the sound, the
Yeah.
lights, the headlight, and all that.
Mm.
And then the other one that I've just installed now operates the underglow solely. But I might swap over and change a few things. If I ever add something on later, like a water pump for a little water squirter out the
That
gun.
would be cool.
But there's that. And then I got that battery. Then I got technically the batteries for the remote for the head.
Mhm.
And then I got a battery in the head for the RC remote control system. But those last 2 might be going because
Okay.
I'm had enough. Because it's a bit loud and it's not
Yeah.
fast enough. So I want to kind of either have a stick so I can operate it manually up and down head. You know,
Oh yeah, it's like
because they do that all the time. They're doing
Yeah.
this. So what I'm thinking is have it something so it just bolts to your head.
Mm.
So when I turn,
like
look up and
a
down,
Oh.
helmet or like
something like that. Yeah.
So like
Intriguing,
you know like
interesting.
Toby, like the GoPro thing, what you had on your head.
Yeah.
Like something like that, and stick it to the harness, and then turn it like that.
Basically like a
Yeah,
headband for a
actually,
GoPro.
That would turn.
That can actually work, yeah. But I'm yet to do that and figure that bit out. But I'm gonna be making a new head anyway, so when I come to do that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be swapping that out with a new system because I'm
Okay.
like, it's the first one of its kind, and it's just like,
I mean, you can make.
see how it goes. I think to be honest, after building one for a customer, like I built that, and I was like, that actually looks pretty good. I want to.
It's funny, I actually saw a mobility scooter at the car boot,
yeah.
but it weren't like the ones that you've got. It was like, it's not.
2 big wheels and 2 small wheels at the front.
No, it was so it's like
Oh,
a
the
bicycle,
scooters.
The
bicycle.
mobility scooter.
Yeah, the scooters. Nah,
Like an
chairs.
actual-
Yeah.
I thought
The
of that. I was
scooters
like,
aren't good because then I'll be doing like a 3-point turn in a Dalek like this, going
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
But I could literally just go woo and just go the other way.
Yeah.
It creeps people out because there was someone behind me and I just turned around 180 and looked.
It's like,
through it.
what?
What you staring at?
Like, say my name. What?
It did freak them out a bit. There was one there with this girl and her father ran
Yeah.
over from the house.
Oh.
and she stops and was taking photos and all
Yeah.
that. Accidentally nearly caused 2 car crashes. Bit of a problem. I didn't want to stop where I was, but I was basically called over by these people, and these people were talking to me and all this. But then, as where I was literally the little road to the roundabout off the main road. So people coming in from work off the main road and coming onto the roundabout, and there's people parked there. There was like 3 or 4 cars parked there. I was just like,
Whoops.
What
I
do I
need to
do?
go.
I need to go.
I need to
I
go.
was going off, and I was going around the roundabout to go back home, and then there was like a whole line of cars just following me down the road, just down
Okay.
the street, and then I was just going flat out, just doing vroom, vroom. I tell you what, that thing's got really bad suspension. Well, it's got good suspension, but not for comfort, because I'm just going vroom, 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 vroom. I can't move, so I'm like this. I'm getting whiplash like this.
You need to GoPro inside the Dalek. So you can
Next
just
time, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna have a GoPro
That'd be
inside.
sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a GoPro. I'm gonna try and see if I can get a GoPro looking out,
Yeah.
and then obviously anybody who's outside will record. So
Yeah.
I'm just like bounce, bounce, vroom, and I was like, "This needs really." Curbs. That's an interesting one. I found a couple of them. I need to respread the actual skirt now.
Yeah.
And then also, my dad had to make our garden fence gate wider because so we measured the front of the widest bit on the Dalek,
Mm.
Yeah.
but the front is an inch shorter than the back widest point.
Uh-huh.
So as it was going through the gate, it was getting narrower, 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 and it just pinched it.
Oh.
So I had to pour it to kind of get it out.
Yeah.
I just hacksawed like a little gap, so boom, straight through. Right? It's literally no error. Just literally have to go for the middle. There's a curb in my garden. Trying to get it out was a difficult part. I now got ramps going up into my actual. I got my car ramps with planks on top to go up, take the wheelchair section up onto the deck and to take it back inside the shed.
Okay.
There is like it's such a process now.
I
So
know. I guessed. Yeah. I
it's
guessed.
such a pain. So what I'm going to do now is I need to widen the door on my shed.
Just widen everything while you're there.
You built it, did you?
Well, it said that the door was going to be 3 foot, and it's an inch short of 3 foot. But the Dalek is about 3.5 to 4
That
wide.
looks very tall.
Yeah, it's 5'7", 5'7". So it's the same as you.
Okay.
But the problem is the skirt is nearly 4 foot, so that's quite wide. So I need to have I got my main door, but I might have
Yeah.
a little section door to kind of pop open to take in and out the Dalek. Because I can't, every time I have to take it out, I need
yeah.
to take the head, the mid, the skirt, and the base off, then roll the wheelchair out, put the base back on, put the skirt, put the top bit, and then put the head. It's such a process. It is, and just I hate it.
So
It's
you
so
don't
annoying.
leave the chair in there. You just take it out every time you use it.
No. When I go back inside in the shed, I put the chair where I wanted to be. I put the base on, then the skirt, then the mid, and then the head, and then roll it into the corner.
Okay.
Oh, that's so much effort.
And get this: the skirt section is 3 foot. The door is 3.1. It's like really, really fine. It's like about that much either side.
Okay.
But with the orbs, the hemispheres, it's
Yeah.
too wide. So I have to take over half the hemispheres off just to get the main body
Bloody
in.
hell.
Oh, that's
It's such a
mental.
process. It's ridiculous. So I need to get the wider door.
Well, you've
I
been a
think-
busy bee then, haven't you?
You need a bloody bigger
I'm
garden.
going to be, yeah. But obviously, apart from all of this going on, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. Obviously, for the last 2 weeks, you've been doing that race thing, haven't you?
I've been doing racing, yeah, with Janetta race team. That's happening now. Waiting for it to be paid. So that's but no, it's quite good fun. What else? Yeah, it's just
I might
that.
do that as a job, actually.
Yeah, got
Very
strafed by a
housekeeping.
bird.
When I thought that was a dent, and I thought you had an accident.
Strafed. Yeah, honestly, right. Actually, there's a dent in the 206 now, but we don't know how it happened. But anyway, that's another story.
Another story for another day, yes.
So, I was coming back home from the race weekend,
Yeah.
and I was driving down. Emmy is behind me, and as I'm going on, all I hear is, The hell? And it's just getting dusk. Like, you could still see light, but it was getting dark. I look over to the top left of my windscreen, and there is 4 mahoos, and I mean like as big as my hand, blobs of just shit across my entire windscreen. So I wiped some of it off with the windscreen. I was like, right. I looked to my left window. There's someone there. I was like, right. About 20 miles later, pull off at the services. We to get some food, and we pulled over. I was like, I need to have a look at this. I looked at it. I was like, okay, there's the windscreen. Front of the car. Front bumper, bonnet multiple times, windscreen as usual. The roof, spoiler, side panel, side door, rear side, filler cap, quarter panel. The right side of how the hell they got round there? Got the entire car. I was just like, what the hell? I got photos, and it looked, it was horrific. And I was just like, whatever that was, that can't be a freaking bird. That was like a pterodactyl or some shit. That was mahoosive.
They were mahoosive.
They were, I think it wasn't mahoosive, it was just a lot of.
A lot of it, yeah.
I think someone gave us laxatives, like laxative or something. Curry, like, you know, it could have been something from like a plane or like someone just chucks it out. No, this was a bird. This was a bird. I didn't even see the fucking. He did like probably a high altitude bombing run. Thought it was 1945. Just thought dive bombing me like fucking Japanese.
I bet that
anyway,
guy's loving life right now.
yeah. And next day I washed it. The next day after that, I strafed again by a seagull. So my car's absolutely stinking again.
Ollie's just like hating life right
I
now.
think the birds are. I think the birds have out for you, Ieuan.
Honestly, and then the car that has not moved.
He's having bird troubles.
Right?
Not on it, no poop.
Not a single drop of shit. Right? Not a single drop. But get this, it gets hit by like a wooden structure or something. Now it's got a dent in it. It's got sand from the desert storm, from that. It's got all sorts. It's just dusty, and it's just. Actually, no. Tell a lie. There's more bird poo in the engine bay than it is on outside the car because there's a robin going in there every time he's going.
Has he made a nest in there?
I hope not. He's gonna have a shock. When I go to start that guy up, it's just gonna.
He scrambled eggs!
Holy fucking shit!
Oh well,
It's
that
a bit hot in here.
yeah, that's
Eggs scrambled or fried.
that Bob's gonna have an interesting encounter when that happens.
Oh, Mum, do you want some
But-
breakfast? We made some
Take
scrambled
a
eggs
shift.
for 206. Do you want some?
But I'm
I'll
gonna.
wait for that to go to. But
I shall.
I think, yeah, I think that's pretty.
I think
much,
I shall now move us along.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
much it.
I shall move us along now to the main topic of the episode. So far on this podcast we've had gaming. No, yes, you have had gaming, but I think we've had gaming, we've had music, we've had TV and films. I recorded one with my friend Jed the other day, which was on for Star Trek. So to start this episode off with technology and stuff. Let's ask the guys here. I forgot. So one thing I'm doing right now, right? Is I'm looking over my LED light. No, I'm looking over my LED light, right? Because for the last few episodes I've done, the camera's been there. So I'm looking over there to address the audience when actually the camera's here now. Ah!
That's like what I do. My stream
Yeah, I know.
on my Tim monitor, but my camera's there.
Yeah.
It's cool. And I look at that.
I know, it's really annoying.
Ugh.
But are there any technological advances that have come up recently that people are excited in or
Wow. I mean,
yeah, you know what I was going with that one, don't you? Yeah.
do you want to try again?
We do that often.
Are there any technological advances?
Sorry.
Take 3.
So with the subject of technology and topic of technology, I shall open this out to the guys and ask them this. Any technology recently that's interested you or that's caught your eye recently? It could be anything. It could be honest, because it's nothing. and I would say like anything, like any gadgets, but to be honest, technology can range from anything these days. So anything that you know that uses technology that you've used and recently that's cool to you, then go ahead.
I mean, nothing new.
Earlier you mentioned SpaceX, didn't you?
What new
I
phone?
mentioned SpaceX, but like, I haven't used it because you said I've used
Well,
it.
no, well, okay, well,
And yeah, come across
anything you've discovered, what it was originally gonna be, but before I messed it up the first time.
Oh god, I don't know actually.
I don't.
I mean, obviously SpaceX. Anything coming from Elon Musk is technological.
Or anything technology that's just you like. Anything technology you like.
I
Space is
l-
awesome.
Space stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Honestly, the stuff that's happening at SpaceX at the moment
Yeah.
is just
It is amazing, yeah.
Because when I heard the concept of obviously they're gonna be doing a belly flop into the atmosphere and then do a backflip and land.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? Like this.
Okay.
And then I saw SN8, 9, 10, 11, and 15 do it.
Mhm.
I was like, it's actually possible. Like I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is it. And then people were like, oh, it's not going to work with the catching them in midair now.
Yeah.
And like they could be catching a rocket in midair
Mm.
with a tower.
Mm.
Like what the hell? So like I'm a bit dazed like how the hell they're doing this, but like the fact that they're so advanced and it's so affordable and actually be able to be accessed quite easily. But then you look at NASA, which no offense NASA, but you're fucking ancient. I'm not gonna lie.
They are like
Their
whenever you.
technology is so outdated. They're
I
still
know.
using the engines from the space shuttle,
Yeah.
the new SLS.
Yeah.
The solid boosters,
Yeah.
the solid rocket boosters, they're from
'Cause,
the
like,
space
yeah.
shuttle. The tank, that's why it's orange. It's the same design, just a little
Yeah.
bit longer. Everything's still the exact same.
Yeah. Because like.
Yet it's double the price.
Yeah.
Oh, not even double that. It's like 10 times. It's ridiculous. And the funny thing is today, that rocket's now been rolled back to the hangar because there's a technical problem and the fault on the rocket.
I was just.
Oh dear.
I was just
And
gonna
it's like,
say. Sorry.
You're spending $2.5 billion on a rocket, and you want it to work only once. It says work once, and you want to do it properly. Come on, and then your SpaceX over here, like
Yeah.
couple of grand there,
'Cause-
couple of grand here. We got a rocket.
Because like the thing is with that, so it's like you. I was just gonna say before. I was saying because like. You don't hear about NASA that much anymore. Anything space related that happens, like any rockets that go up or any teams that go up to the ISS, it's just SpaceX. You don't hear about
It's
NASA
just-
that much anymore.
I don't know what it is, but SpaceX just have it dialed and they have it sorted.
Well, I mean, it is Elon Musk, so.
It is because they're going a different way about processing. So I was watching a video the other day.
Yeah.
And the way that NASA and Boeing, I'm going to bring Boeing to this because of their the Starliner, which their capsule for the competition capsule to the Crew Dragon.
Okay.
And basically, the reason why they haven't been sent off yet is because it's not been certified as safe to use because the first attempt didn't get to the ISS. It had a technical fault, didn't get to the altitude in time.
Yeah.
And then there's and then it just had problems with the rocket and stuff like this. But the thing is, what they're doing is NASA and Boeing are making one-time use rockets, and they need it to work the first time, so they can't test them. But SpaceX, they're doing prototypes.
Yeah.
And they develop them that way to basically they got a goal and they're working towards the goal. What NASA doing, they're going straight for it and they have to work backwards to find what's going on. And it's the most expensive way around doing it.
It does seem pretty stupid because with space you have to do these you have to make sure everything works perfectly.
Yeah, but this is the thing. NASA gave both Boeing and SpaceX money for the Crew Dragon and for the Starliner.
Yeah.
Crew Dragon SpaceX got 2.5 million, I think it was, to kick off the thing.
Okay.
They gave Boeing 4.5, and it's still not right. And yet SpaceX over here has done four crewed Dragons,
Yeah.
and the rest cargo, and yet Boeing has only launched one Starliner, and Boeing's paying out of their own pockets to do more tests to get it certified and running. But they're losing money.
Yeah.
SpaceX is gaining money because they've now got the contract from NASA to refuel and to service the ISS, because obviously, Mr. Putin decided to go and attack Ukraine. So Russia's pulled out, and the Americans can't go to Russia anymore to go up. So now SpaceX have now got all the missions and all the funding from NASA straight to them, and it's half the price. It's like less than half the price. It's like three quarter off, something like that.
Yeah.
It's so much cheaper than they're doing with the Russians.
Why do they have to make two space companies anyway?
Because it's two commercial companies. So basically, up until now, only government-funded companies, i.e. NASA, the CCC, what's the Russian one, and all the Japanese and all that, they're all being government-funded. SpaceX and Boeing are a private firm. They're a private company. They don't have any income from the government. So they are what's known as a commercial company, a commercial business. The SpaceX is the best and the first commercial space company to ever go to the ISS, go to orbit, go to the moon, basically do this stuff and do it well. And they're the best at doing it, and they just got it so dialed. They're literally, touch wood, untouchable right now. Even if they do fuck up, they're like, okay, they've done quite well so far. It's gonna fuck up at some point. Look at fucking NASA with the bloody space shuttles. 2 space shuttles crashed and blew up. I think it's 2. Maybe more.
It was 2, yeah.
It was Columbia and something else, I think.
One shot in the air and then landed on right next to the base,
So
didn't it?
one had an oil ring problem, caught fire, blew up, and the other one I think did have a similar thing. But anyway, they obviously had problems. Russia had problems. Everybody else had problems. So SpaceX at some point are going to have problems, and they've had problems right up until 2018, where they started landing the Falcon rocket.
Isn't it 28? We haven't got there yet.
2018. Anyway, but no, they're doing very well. So it's just, look, I watch it every single day, like the updates. And they're building facilities after facilities. The only thing that's holding them back is basically other external things. So like they're trying to get moments at Boca Chica. They're trying to get clearance, environmental clearance for that area, because they don't have environmental. So obviously, like a rare fish swung by, that's them closed down. So they're trying to get that assessed, and it keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and all that. But they're also now setting up in good old Florida at the Cape. They actually they got so they're setting up another one of their towers, and they're actually, because that area, that place has obviously got environmental clearance for rockets ready, because NASA's been there and all the other companies. So they're setting up shop there, and they're probably going to launch from there and use Boca Chica as a test facility and basically a production line.
That'd be quite cool.
It's so cool. Right now, they've already got half the tower ready to be stacked. Like they're ready to go. Like they're so dialed and got it on point. It's ridiculous.
Alright.
Yeah. So like watching them and their technology and how they're developing and how they're getting this. Honestly, we are in the midst of probably the biggest influence of space race since the Apollo. The UK does have one.
That would be. Wait, does it?
Yes, up in Scotland. So they're trying to sort out because there's nothing up there basically. And they're launching, like doing test rockets and stuff like that, and they're also trying to do a possible launch pad down in Devon. Devon? Not Devon. What's the one that's the southwest of England? the
Cornwall?
Cornwall. Yes, sorry, there it is. Cornwall apparently are going to get a space base there. And if that's the case, that's going to be sick. Because
Yeah.
we could probably watch rockets from here take off and then
Yeah.
drop.
That would be so cool.
That would be so cool. Like, I would be so down to see that happen. Because
I
then we
would.
can go to them. Because I always wanted to go to space. I want to go
I
to...
do.
I want to go over to NASA and
Yeah.
watch a rocket launch.
Same.
But
Yeah,
like that is
it'd
something.
be amazing.
You know, and then like recently they've had the first crew that isn't astronaut. Like they're not. They're all privately. Some people's paid for that ticket.
Okay.
So they've actually got technically tourists up at the ISS right now.
Huh, neat.
Didn't even
So-
ask us to come with them.
It's like something $1 million a seat.
Mm.
I can't remember what it was, how much it was a seat, but
Mm.
it was pretty pricey. But like it was still
Mm.
cheap in like space terms.
Yeah.
Like it was very cheap. So I
I'd
mean,
be surprised if they do holidays in the future.
well, here's the
Wouldn't
thing.
surprise me.
Get this. SpaceX with the Starship,
Mm-hmm.
what they're wanting to do is do a transatlantic port crossing like we get with airports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're saying that they can have a port or like a base launch pad in, say, US and have one in Japan and get to you can take off, launch, fly, and land in Japan within half an hour.
Bloody hell.
Right, and
That's
it's going to be
fast.
affordable like a flight ticket, but it'd be like a you would pay for like a premium flight ticket, like a
Yeah.
top class and all that. It'd be something like that. So you jump on the rocket, take off, fly, and then it comes down, lands, and then as it lands, you deboard, you come off, and then you pick up that rocket.
Literally
back
like
it up.
aeroplane.
It's gonna be. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to develop Starship to be as reliable, safe, reusable, as much as an airliner would be.
Yeah.
They do like turnarounds within 2 days, like a day, every day or twice a day, 3 times a day. A rocket will go
Wow.
I want to go.
stuff like this. And this thing, airline companies are like,
The thing is,
Uh.
if airline, if that goes ahead and it's safe to do it and everything, would
Yeah.
planes then go out of be used? Because obviously no one will be using
technically
them.
yes, but the ones that will be taken out would be like the older, less efficient ones. They've now got jet engines and stuff like that, so efficient, they're like reliable as fuck. So, but the thing is, it takes hours to get across.
Yeah.
If you have a rocket that just flies up above them all, and then lands again in the other side, and you're there like literally within half an hour,
Yeah.
you can actually overtake the
A plane.
days. Yeah. No, not overtake a plane, but like overtake as in like go back in time. Technically, if you go across the time zones the right way, that's a You can either miss an entire day or you can actually gain another entire day.
Would it still count as jet lag though?
It would be a very severe case. It would be worse because it obviously
Yeah. It'd be
got
more
jet lag.
instantaneous.
Yeah, because when you got jet lag, if you say you're going from east to west,
Mm.
if you're flying, like, say, from Australia to... Oh, no, they go that way. Say from Abu Dhabi straight over to America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're going with the time, you're actually technically at the same point sometimes if you're fast enough. But if you go in that way, you completely miss it. So if you got a rocket, the rocket, as it was the days going on, the rocket would be like this. So it'd be so fast.
Yeah.
You would literally, say you would take off...
Basically, would be time traveling.
Technically, yeah, because you would take off, say, if you took off at 12 o'clock at midday
Yeah.
and you flew over to America,
That would
you
be.
technically will land at like 5 in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning that same day.
What?
It's mind blowing.
That's weird.
If you think about it that way, you could actually overtake time. Which you only, up until, the only thing that was possible to do that was like an SR-71 Blackbird, which
Okay.
is Mach 4, Mach 5, so that's 5 times the speed of sound. Rockets would be going about 10 to 15 times the speed of sound.
Nice.
Mega
Damn.
fast. I
Get
mean,
whiplash.
oh, there's some G's pulled.
But
Because like that's the thing I was wondering when you started talking about that, and after this I'm gonna cut this first section off because it's been going for a while. But one thing I was wondering is like, because obviously you have to have like, just for that, like nowadays to go into space, you have to have like training to like at least have like to withstand the amount of G's that are pulled. So how would that work exactly with like commercial rocket flight?
I mean, obviously, there's going to be some like health limits.
Yeah.
Like your pacemaker, or if you'll have like so like
Fucking asthma.
yeah. No, I'm not sure about asthma, but like if you have like a
and like your
pregnancy, I think that's going to come into it as well. Like, because they're a bit finicky with that with airliners right now.
They
But
give birth on the plane thing.
actually, give birth in rocket.
Imagine.
You take off, there's the baby. You're always like, the baby just gets left behind.
Like
Hanging on by the umbilical cord.
Outside the plane, like, but no, like literally, they're because with this first flight, they're trying to get this first flight, but with the clearance, they just don't have it at the moment. But what they want to do is they're going to take off and go over as much of the water as possible, but they're trying to land back in Hawaii.
Okay.
So they need to go orbit the entire globe and come back round and land in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
In Hawaii, where the rocket will come down in the water, like it thinks it's landing on the ground.
Yeah.
But it's actually going to land in the water, and it's just going to go and it's going to float.
Okay.
They're gonna put it in, make a monument in it in Miami somewhere, I don't know. But like literally, that's their plan, and it's been delayed for like the last 4 months now. And the thing is, they've been waiting so long. The next generation of their rockets, I've caught up with them. So a load of their prototypes have just been stacked in the sidings. Called the Rocket Farm. I love the name.
Rocket Farm.
And it's got like the S-15, which is the first one that stuck the landing.
Okay.
16, because they were going to launch it, but obviously because they stuck the landing, they didn't need to do it.
Yeah.
They got 21 in the garden and booster 5s. So the thing is, all of those rockets were designed around their engine, which was the Raptor 1.5.
Yeah.
Because the now Raptor 2's come out, it's much quicker, much easier, much nicer, neater, more powerful rocket, and it's a different attachment. All the rockets up to that point are now scrap. So the new generation have these newer rockets. But the thing is, there's 2 rockets on the pad right now, Booster 4 and Rocket 20, 420, love it. And they still got the older engines. So they might not fly them, even though they've got fully rockets, full piped, fully, everything's fitted, ready to go. They won't, I don't think, going to launch them. They're going to put them to the side, and they're going to bring in the newer rockets, which they're building now with the new setup, and they're going to launch them instead.
Okay.
Which would be quite cool, because it's the most powerful rocket known to man. It's the highest chamber pressure known to man. Even though the Russians are like, oh yeah, we got the best rocket in the world. No, you don't, mate.
Well, that was very. That was very informative. That was very informative.
It's a lot. There's a lot to it.
But I'm not. By the sounds of it, I bet you could talk about rockets for days.
I could talk about
rockets and planes.
I love
them.
If you look over to I got literally a Saturn V and a freaking shuttle on my shelf.
He doesn't like space stuff, by the way.
But
he can talk about space stuff as much as
he can educate you. He can educate you in 5 minutes.
But I'm going to move us on to onto the first subsection of this podcast. Well, the only one, because I don't have a news story today. The rant time. I have a rant for this one. It's something that I think you all do, that I don't like.
Wait, right,
Sit here and be fabulous?
No,
yeah, right.
It's TikTok related.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Sinead,
So,
it's you.
Oh my god!
one thing I don't, and it's something that I myself actively try not to do, because I know that when I see this thing, I hate it to God. So, I'm for sure that you've done this, Sinead. Maybe you, Ieuan, but I'm not too sure about you, Stacey. But what it is when I see a creator who's uploaded their TikTok video and then they got captions, but they haven't thought about how big their description's gonna be, and then the caption of the video description where all the hashtags are completely covers where their edited text on the video is. And so you can't actually see what they've
What do you
written.
mean?
Okay, so what? Right, hang on. So what you're saying is, you basically we type so much you can't see all the message.
No, so basically, so for example, for Stacey and stuff. So you make the video,
Right.
and then when you have other options like add stickers and add text and stuff.
Right.
And then so you say you add some text there, and whatnot.
Oh.
Yeah,
Add
put
text
that-
on the video
You
or the
put the
description of
caption
the
and
video.
it goes over the actual
One second,
content.
what was that, Stacey?
So what, the text on the video or the description of the video?
So no, so
Well,
the-
like this.
yeah, so
And
where you
then-
have where it says Telford Comic Con stuff, that sort of yeah. And then, but when you go to when in the editing of the video where you put all the stickers on and stuff, like Ieuan
Yeah.
had there, and then creators put that text under the bottom, underneath the behind
Behind the text.
yeah behind the text of the description.
Yeah.
I hate that because you're it's obviously say for example they're doing like subtitles for their characters.
Right. So, do you mean like this?
Yeah, so where you have where it says after the volume be like stuff. So that's the edited text from like the pre-upload. And
Or
obviously
when
you've got
I
the
get behind
bottom,
and stuff.
you've got obviously the description stuff. Then it's when people put that text, like where that description is, but then you can't read it.
Listen to them and
So they
that.
have something important to say, like they have like text that someone said like a character they're saying, and they have at the bottom, and then they put hashtags on, and it's like I'd love to read it, but I can't see what the fuck it says because you placed it so shittly.
I mean,
Okay,
there
alright,
is
yeah.
a way you
I can
can
understand
still
that
read
now.
it.
How? Tell me now.
I will tell you if you let me. Is if you actually save the video and go and look at it in your photos.
Oh, that
it'll
just
be
that's
there.
That's bullshit.
that just takes effort. That's bullshit.
And people get shares.
It doesn't matter. It is the
I
purpose.
I don't think I do it because I literally
I
look.
don't think I've ever done it.
Look at the placement. It's right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You can see it. So
I think
'cause
one of you has done because I know I have this memory of I have like there's a
I
reason.
think Sinead does it. I think
it's Sinead
Yeah, I
that-
think she
I
has
don't
done
know,
it
I
because
don't
there's
know.
because when I thought about this, when I thought about this rant, I thought I remembered I knew that one of you had done it, but I can't remember who it was. But I think it was you, Sinead.
Would it be me?
yes, it'd be
Yeah.
So, like, what?
you.
Why? Think
'Cause
about like.
Sinead, what you need to do is hold it for longer because it will actually show you where everything is placed, so you just not cover it.
I just like place it. Oh, I
Just
haven't written
plonk it
text in
anywhere.
images, hold on.
Plonk it anywhere. Yeah.
I haven't done text.
don't know.
Like
Like,
if
excellent,
I've done it myself, it's probably by accident. Like I've done
Ah.
it. I make it.
Like that.
A bit
Yeah,
like it, yeah.
Sinead.
Yeah.
It's not underneath it. It's like
Well, though,
Yeah, 'cause that one's not
Yeah.
covered at all.
yeah. But it's just
I
it's just
can see what
ah.
you're getting at now, Sophie.
Yeah, but I just every time
It is frustrating. I do get that.
whenever I see someone.
or is that just?
It's a bit like yeah, but I think the other ones you've done were, but yeah, but like it's just if
No,
it's
but
something-
I've seen creators do the
when
exact.
someone
same thing.
has say it's like a POV thing, or someone's doing like a story thing, and they have the characters what they're saying, or they just have a description about what's on screen, and it's like I'd love to be able to read what this interesting thing is, but you can't fucking read the text, you twat. And
they
that's
should
just,
have a barrier to not put your sticker, like, you know, or text thing
To not be able to put it
underneath
as-
the
yeah.
They
caption.
do.
They
They do.
Do they?
Yes,
And it still don't work,
it does.
does it?
Hang on, let me.
no, it never does it for me because I could put it as low as I want to.
Okay. No, I'm just saying they should do it.
They do, right. So if you go into text and you say hello, all right.
Something right on.
Hello.
Hang on, wait. Come on. So yeah, as you're sliding, see
Yeah.
you got the text. If I slide it down, it actually shows you where the writing is
Yeah.
and where the buttons are.
Oh yeah.
See, so it does actually show you where everything's gonna be.
Mm,
So like this, right?
yeah.
But what you kind of need to do,
It's so
It's,
it do also do
going-
guesswork.
no, what you do, delete that audio like that. Right, so you go on to next, you fill out your or, like your description and all that first, because if you
Or does
Yeah,
that work? Does it?
if you do the description first,
Does that work?
I'm just gonna. If the more you type on the description, I'm just gonna do random.
Just do
thing. Yeah, like so. As it fills out, obviously the description gets bigger.
Yeah.
Now, if you
But
go back in,
there is a limit to the description that you can't do it.
drafts, Ieuan. I
It's
do
out
not.
of 80. Is it in it out of 80? It's not 80. It's
108. It's like 100 something. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you go into next, back, it doesn't show you.
Oh.
But yeah, it sometimes it gets bigger, so it shows you where to be. So I just literally put it like just above there.
Yeah.
Or just like not where this is. Behind the.
I just put it like in the middle.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
not in the middle of your face.
Or like no, just like make it smaller. And like
So-
put it not air caption or whatever.
Yeah. So to anyone
That was
watching,
really worth a rant.
it bugs the hell out of me.
It is annoying. It is absolutely frustrating. I mean, the one other thing that I hate with TikTok and stuff like this is audio levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some people they put like a sound over what they're trying to say,
Yeah.
but they don't balance the audio level. So like turn the music down and turn them up. So you
I
get,
thought it's.
so sometimes it literally the music's so loud you can't hear what they're saying, and that's frustrating.
Another one that I think is quite a good rant is when someone posts about a story, it's like part 1, part 2,
I
part
hate
3, part 4.
I can't skip it to the next one.
And I'm just like, just say it in one
But they
video,
do
like,
it to
stop
get the
making
viewers. They do
parts
it
of
to get the viewers and stuff to like get people to like interact with their
it's
stuff and everything.
stupid.
I know it's stupid. That's why they do it. But the thing with I have sometimes is that it's more of a TikTok sort of, it's more of a function than anything that people do. But it's a thing that it's because obviously now we have like the ability to upload 10-minute, 3-minute videos, which to be honest which I'm just gonna say at this point TikTok you're becoming like YouTube at that point. There's no point in being even existing.
People do not have the actual attention span for a 3 to 4 minute.
But not,
Unless it's our videos.
People barely have an attention span for 1 minute.
But not only that, like
no, not even 15 seconds.
But not only that, right? Like, it's like the thing that annoys me is the fact that there are certain that you can't use a custom. And this is one thing that's similar to what Ieuan used. So Ieuan, you know the video you made with it was I can't remember what the guy's name was, but it was about basically the hole.
Oh.
Remember the hole? Yeah, the hole is like he told me like it's like where'd you go, friend? She's at work. Oh, in a hole. That one.
Yep.
Yeah, that one. That's like a 2-minute something video, and I wanted to duet it, but it sounds like it. I just want to do it. But even if you can upload them, you can't like duet or record videos with sounds longer than a minute. It's like, why?
Yeah, I'm thinking of actually chopping that video up a little bit.
It's like, what's the point in having 3-minute and 10-minute functions if we can't post sounds for that long?
It really bugs me.
It's like, what do you want us to do in those 10 minutes? Just like,
get some popcorn.
But that's the initial thing with that was my that's what I have to say.
Should have just kept it like musically, how musically used to be, rather than just changing.
I think it has strayed. I think TikTok
so
now
dumb.
is. This is why I haven't uploaded because I'm not happy with it. Is it's becoming this thing where people are just uploading this trends, which is the first thing I hate. I fucking hate trends. I hate them. They're so shit.
Apart from if it's a sea shanty trend, that's fine.
But even them, I'm just getting sick of because honestly, it's the only thing you see, and it just does my bloody Sweden, and I just get so fed up with TikTok now. It doesn't, the whole reason of TikTok is you see other content and other creations, so then you can then take it or further or do your own. And it's just seeing these trends, and it's like copy and paste. It's just what the hell? It's not even. Sometimes it's not
basically
even.
One person does it, and then they copy it just like for their.
They only do it because then the audio gets the views because that's trending at the moment. That's how they get views. So like it's like just some people just don't even do it good. Like it's like a song. So it's not even actually lip syncing at all. So it's just this just drews this entire like.
I just miss how it used
Yeah,
to be.
I tell you what, the best stint was over lockdown, the first lockdown.
Yeah.
'Cause people, making
That
funny
was
jokes.
that was the best time to be on the app at that time.
Yeah,
'cause,
it was the best, and now it's just gone down to shit.
Mm.
It's all now either political, but war,
Yeah.
or just these flipping stupid bitches doing these dances and like, hey, look at me. Oh look, stop looking at my boob.
Oh, it's them ones where like you got like a girl dancing. You see like a bit of like you see about a boob about to come out, and then you got a person being like,
What are you looking at there? Like that.
I find it was funny. I find it was funny.
It's funny, but it's just like,
It's all
yeah,
over the
okay, you're
place.
just trying to get attention for views. And here's the other thing as well. It's it's like the ones where they're like, it's like some video of some girl, like obviously you can see like pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And then this guy goes, what was the first thing you saw in that video? Or like, what was the color in the background of that? And he
Yeah.
goes, I don't know, because her ass was so big it took up the bloody screen.
I
I
know.
can't see anything else but that.
Exactly.
What are we meant to do? Freaking see through goggles or what? We can't see through shit. This is the only thing that's in the frame, and it's right there. You cannot not notice it. Right? Stop. It just doesn't my head in. So I'm just like the creativity and actually some very clever creativity. It's just gone out the window now.
Yeah.
I will.
You don't see much cosplay anymore.
Yes,
I mean,
because
all of the
doesn't do it.
creative stuff doesn't get pushed to the For You page. Like,
No, because they don't like content like that. Because they don't do. Because I think what it is, because you're doing cosplay of like characters from shows and stuff. I think there's like an identity sort of problem where obviously it's either copyright or it's you're not you're not saying what you are. Like kind of like in car insurance, if you modify your car, it's technically not the car that you were saying on insurance. It's kind of the same thing. I think that's what I'm kind of going with,
Okay.
and that's what I don't like about it. Like, I post now and again. I don't stick to a schedule. I focus on.
I just post whenever I feel like it.
Yeah, YouTube's better because it's just like so
Yeah.
much. But actually, I say that copyright claims on music is a bloody ball ache right now. I hate it. So I just, yeah.
Well, I shall give you a. Well, I mean, I'll say it anyway. Anyone else want anything other than that sort of stuff, or anything else happened in their life that's running around about, or
Not really. I
or
don't
shall I
think-
leave it as like a sort of a joint rant?
I could speak about phones, and I know Sinead. So, I've had the iPhone 5,
Oh,
See.
Hold on.
right?
Hold
And
on.
the iPhones are alright. Like, if I buy an iPhone, the only problem with the iPhone is the battery. When the battery gets cold, it dies. But what it's like for me, it's like it has two batteries. It's got a real battery and it's got a fake battery, right? So when the phone gets cold, I had this problem because I used to work on a yard, and I used to have it in my pocket. And when I turn it
Well, that's
on,
your mistake there,
it
then.
dies, right? And it frustrates me because it was on 100% and it went down to 0 and then it dies.
I feel like
have you got any background apps?
No. None.
Mine's fine. Mine goes like pretty much like all day, like in the cold. Fine.
Because I had the iPhone 5C and that worked fine. Well,
How long have you had these phones for?
I don't know.
A while.
Probably for about, I think, 3-4 years, I think.
That's why, because the battery.
So long.
But I haven't used them.
Because the
Wait,
battery. What you
I've only
notice
said 5.
is, like, do you know, like when you're using your phone, but like the last couple of percent of battery tends to last longer than the main middle section. That's because when you use it every single time, it degrades the battery. And if you're using the same bit of the battery, like say if you like use it from 100 down to say 20, that's all the time. That's going to be used up a lot. But from 20 to 0, because it hasn't really been touched, it kind of lasts a little bit longer.
No.
So it's like I can't remember. They've changed the batteries now because iPhones were renowned for it, and they hated them. Samsungs are better.
That's why I went to Samsung, because the batteries are a lot better.
Yeah.
But because when I used to work at Ieuan, I used to be in a field, and when it used to be cold, I think that's what affected it more, is when it used to be cold. That's what I think, because I don't have no apps in the background. My brightness is down, so it doesn't drain it. And I have it in my pocket, and it just drains the battery, and I'm not even touching it. Because I'm too busy picking up poo.
That's my job.
Or horse shit, should I say. But
Poo.
poo. It's funny, the poo.
Or
Apparently it does
the correct
happen.
word is feces. We can't say the word poo over the radio because it's
And then
It's poo.
and then here's me, but getting an iPhone next month.
Join the
I was really annoyed with him when he said that. I was just like, why?
friends.
You're in
It was between
disgrace,
two
though,
phones.
yeah.
It's between two different phones. The iPhone 12 or the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3.
Because I want to get the Samsung Galaxy Note.
Hmm.
Because they seem decent. Don't give me that look.
Nope.
Because
The
they...
ones that tend to catch fire.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Yep. Go for the S line stuff, the S
They're
series,
expensive. They're like 400 odd quid.
but they're worth it because they're better quality. The cameras on these are very good. The only thing it doesn't like is heat. This is the S21.
Okay.
The only thing it doesn't like is heat. As soon as it gets hot, it starts freaking out. And it's hot to touch, so you have to kind of keep it cool out of the sun.
Mine gets quite hot, like when I've used it for a while. If I've done like
What, like the back of it?
Never
No.
leave it charging on a bed, especially on a fast charger.
I
Well,
don't charge it
when I
on
do,
bed in
like-
general.
if I do ever like TikToks or stuff, or like I'm going on TikTok for a while, and then I'll go to like try and film. I always end up doing it when it's like at really low percentage, and I'm like, I'm gonna try and film. Nope, I've got no battery. But that's like a side bit. But like, my phone gets very very hot after like quite a while. But like, it's an indicator of how long I've been on my phone, probably.
I think that's all
Please
phones.
go away. But
Yeah, I think
I mean, the
that's all
thing is,
phones
what I
though.
struggle with my phone is I didn't realise that my phone is a 32 gigabyte. So I wondered why my phone kept crashing. Like going
32
on
gig?
TikTok.
What
32
storage?
gig, 32 gigabyte
Yeah, same with
storage
mine.
of the phone. Me
Same
and
with mine.
Dad found that out a while ago. It's a 32 gigabyte phone. I said, and Dad was like, "Well, that's probably why your phone crashes then."
128 internal.
Never used it.
Yeah, because what happens with my phone is like if I was doing it like, because I had to factory reset my. I think it's like the second time I've factory reset my phone because it kept crashing. And when you have so much storage, it starts to crash. And then when you go on like TikToks, for instance, or you do a TikTok video, it lags so much, like it freezes and all that stuff.
Have
It's
you
crashing.
now and again, have you gone into your systems and actually done a diagnostic and actually sort it out?
That'll be it now.
So you go into settings, and on the phone there should be something like battery and device care, right? And what that does, it scans your entire phone, and it basically shows you if there's any background stuff going on, anything that's double of everything. It basically anything that's kind of residual, because every time you use the phone, it's like a footprint, like a trail's been left behind, and that stores the memory, like just in case. So what you do is you optimize, and what you do is it would scan, and it would just clear everything out the way, even.
So that's my device care.
Yes. Yeah, so oh shit, that's bad. Right.
The only problem is it's got 60 out of 100, right?
Yeah, that's bad. Mine's
And two apps with apps crashes, and that's Instagram and TikTok.
right. So what's it
Storage is
say for the
fine, memory's fine.
what does it say for how long is the battery gonna last? It should say right there on the screen.
60 out of 100.
No. On battery, underneath that, it says the time.
Oh, it doesn't say the time.
It does. Look.
Oh, click on it.
Well, no, look there. Look.
Next to it, it should say just there.
Yeah. So you what's your percentage on your battery?
What at the moment?
Yeah.
It's 48.
6 hours and 20 minutes.
So mine's 69, and it has the exact same time lasting as you. So now press optimize and see what happens.
I put fix now.
Yeah, or whatever it's
Same thing.
called.
Does the same bloody thing.
You know your bar things are supposed to go higher or lower?
Higher.
I was on 80 out of 100.
So it's better, but something still. What's it saying? That's still in the background or still a problem?
No, 0 background apps are closed, 0. Virus, the only thing is the 2 apps keep crashing, which is Instagram and... But it's just-
Might just be the
thing
age of
is,
the
I
phone.
get
Go
rid
on,
of the
go on.
background.
Go on, press the little 3 lines thing in the bottom left,
Yeah.
and then press close all, just above it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It might just
There's no
be.
backgrounds at all.
Is there any software updates for those apps?
Don't know.
Have you gone onto the Play Store and gone into Instagram and checked for updates?
It might just be age of the phone as well, because my phone's just old.
What's yours,
now.
Stacey?
What?
Your
Samsung.
phone?
It's a Samsung Galaxy Samsung A10.
A10s.
Yeah.
Go for the S series. They're better.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah,
getting a new
120
phone next year, because mine's just
Yeah,
mainly
and
it's
then
storage.
you go up to like 250 to 5 something 3 something external on the SD card. You can get something SD and put it in.
Hmm.
You're sorted.
Because I'm thinking of getting a new phone, because I've had this for
How many years?
about a year or 2.
Hmm. Interesting.
But the problem is, I'm on contract. I'm on contract with Vodafone, but that's not the phone. I didn't get this phone from. I don't think. But the thing is, my contract don't run out till August. I don't know if it's August this year or August next year.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
what I would tend to do is.
You with
just buy a
Tesco's
phone.
again? You with Tesco's?
No, I'm with Vodafone.
Right. Where did you get your phone?
I don't know. Probably last year, year
No,
before.
where?
I'd say Argos.
Because if you can go, like, I'm not sure if you can go into. I think you can probably go into Tesco's and ask them for help in the mobile service, and then they'll be able to tell you.
Well, that was I'm gonna just sum after that discussion on phones, which I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
No, it's technology. It's fine. It fits with the subject. But one thing I wanted to talk about before the rant time was but I thought I'd do it afterwards. Was a device that I quite enjoy, that I intend to get at some point. That I know we all. What did you think of, Sinead?
Keep
Oh
going.
my god.
It's gonna be
Get your
different.
head out of the
It's gonna
gutter,
be
woman.
extremely different to what you thought it was, because I was gonna say it's something that myself and Ieuan both like, and
Sinead.
that the finished product of these devices is something that we've all had the use of before. 3D printers.
Ooh.
What
I've
the
got
fuck
4.
were you thinking of? One second, Ieuan. What were you thinking of? I'll edit this out. What are you thinking of? Tell me.
I'm laughing at her.
Tell me. I'll edit this out. What are you thinking of? I want to know. What were you thinking of? But yeah, 3D printers. So Ieuan,
Ieuan has an obsession with them, don't you?
he's got a few of them.
Not a few. I'd say more than a few.
How many do you have?
4.
And 5 maybe coming.
Gee,
What?
Might be arriving. I'm not sure.
Jesus
I
Christ.
think.
Whilst you think of that, what was the thing you thought about Shade? I want to know. I'll edit it out. I want to know.
Okay. I thought me and Leaving would have got me out of that, but no,
Nah.
apparently not.
Nah.
Oh,
5 3D printers, Ieuan. When was the 5th?
Possibly 5. We're not too
What?
sure yet, but
Possibly
Right.
5 with an extension.
right now there is now 4.
Bloody hell.
I'm trying to modify the one to be a belt
Yeah.
printer, but but I mean the 4th one at the moment is rented.
Okay.
It's
well,
still
let that
not
slide.
mine.
Isn't that Jack's?
It is Jack's, so I'm doing printing work for him, using his printer because
Okay.
it can't be used. That's it. But yeah, I'm basically using it, and then yeah, we're gonna be printing off some stuff. I got a mad Australian asking me for some
Yeah.
stuff.
The Aussie, yeah.
Yeah, he's still going. But yeah, we've got quite a bit going on at the moment with the printers. But yeah, what was it you wanted to talk about the printers?
Well, before I do that, as its own printers, bit of a plug. I will link in the description. Obviously, as they're all here, I'll link all of Ieuan's stuff here, everyone's stuff in the description. But I will also link his shop in the description, seeing as we're on about 3D printers, because obviously he is 3D Print Factory Wales, or something along those lines.
Who was that?
Yeah, it was actually
Yeah.
3D printing 3D print
Factory
factory.
Wales, yeah.
So many.
But actually, as I'm on that subject, is there anything new coming to stock, or is it all pretty the standard stuff, just restocking?
Bro!
Could you? Is your name Ieuan?
Yeah, Sinead, God.
If not, shut the fuck up. Anyway, so there is, I think, so at the moment we got. There's quite a bit actually.
Everything else is taken
Yeah,
over, he's
is
forgotten it.
Right, so we got on the swords front.
Kiwi toast.
We got Kirito, so SEO lot. So we're doing Arsenal and Kirito, get them sort of done.
Oh yeah.
There is then moving on to Ruby. There is
Mm.
going to be Jean,
Mm.
Blake, possibly Pura. Weiss's technically because that's been done. It's not been posted. And there's a couple others I can't remember it off the top of my head.
That's not pretty.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Staff. Osbit.
Oscar.
And then there's, I think that's it for the weapons side of things. But then
Okay.
obviously with the Dalek stuff, there's the armor plating going to
The
be
fruit
added.
bowl.
That's already added.
Oh.
The gun, the plunger, and a couple other bits and pieces are also going to be added soon.
Okay.
Sure.
What else? More keychains. I'm trying to change up the keychain setup because I'm at the moment I'm just posting one for each one. Like I'm putting a post for one car. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the posts for that brand. So we got
Okay.
one for Ford on like Fiesta's Focus,
Yeah.
Peugeot,
Yeah.
and do it that way because at the moment it's way more expensive posting because I have to pay each time I post.
Yeah.
So I'm changing that up so I can get it a
Okay.
bit cheaper. And then yeah, there's a few other bits and pieces. I mean, anybody asking for questions, like obviously posting, like, is this going to be? Or can you make this? Is it from? If it's a show that I've not even got on there,
Yeah.
I don't mind. But at the moment, it's just getting
Yeah.
the name out, especially with the keychains because it's got very quiet. Very quiet.
I'm sorry, you told me that I'm not allowed to buy yet. So
And I ain't got the money at the moment, so I do apologise.
I
You can't.
We'll
You're
do
not
it.
allowed to buy until you get a job.
I have a job, so I can buy now. Yay!
if
And then
yeah.
so yeah, with the keychains though, I'm not gonna just do cars.
Mhm.
So I do have the Doctor Who ones.
Mm.
I want to branch out on that, but I got to do other fandoms. So obviously
Yeah.
more Ruby,
Mm.
possibly even Star Trek.
Disney.
Star Wars.
Nah, Disney's been overrated and stuff.
those of you who
Yeah.
don't,
There's a shit ton already. I'm not competing. I'm doing areas that aren't as popular because where people do come to look, they see me because not.
yeah.
If you want to go swim or
She
the
has such a
ocean, you've
strong.
got a chance in the pond, haven't you? That's what I'm saying. Choose the pond. And then, car parts. That's the other one. I'm trying to do car aero parts. So I'm trying to develop splitters for Peugeots and Fiestas at the moment. So
Okay.
that's
Cool.
one thing.
Is that 3D printing? Or is that in real life?
3D printing.
Do you know what? That was a
making
stupid
making the
question.
parts in
That's
3D.
just
Sorry, but
Sorry, that was a stupid question.
As we're on the subject of 3D printing,
Do you know what? Let's just pretend we didn't say that.
Move on.
Toby, cut this.
no.
but yeah, so that's pretty much it in my shop.
Okay.
And the thing is, I might not stick just to Etsy though, because I am having a bit of meh time, so I might try and use something else. But
Okay.
Etsy is doing me good. So.
Okay, cool. Just wondering, back to the, so, good, and I have to say, Ieuan, very good plug moment, very good plug, nicely done. I'm back on the, okay, heading back to the original
And that's
sort
Harrison
of
going to
3D
be
print.
No,
Back to the-
Harrison
Like,
likes that one way.
Toby.
Off note,
Off note.
Stacey broke Harrison last night.
Yeah. By doing that.
He was like,
Wow, I'm surprised.
Also, we told Ali that you're a little bit
yeah.
affected by her,
She knows that.
and
Yeah.
and she was so like she was like, oh.
When she did the thing, I told her. I was saying that to her at the time.
Yeah.
She knows.
You can edit this bit out.
You've like changed. You're doing shit to Sinead,
It's
which
like you turn into a grown
Like,
man all of a sudden.
With all your darling stuff, and
Yeah.
the putting me in my place, and the
ever since that
did
day,
it,
you've
you
been
did
a
it a bit ago with the getting me to tell you information, which was the tell me now, tell me.
It was like this
Yeah.
little tiny nerdy
You do
boy
it.
who used to be so quiet, and now he's like this proper
He's
like.
come on, Michelle.
It is a thing, Toby. I then would shut down Sinead right in front of Harrison as well.
No, he didn't.
I was
He
like,
kind of did.
shh.
No, he tried to.
Shh.
But... No, he didn't. He
Anyway,
tried
as
to.
I was saying before this little,
Alright.
that's
Sorry,
fine.
edit. We're just giving you
What
more
even-
editing to do.
What
Fine.
was I even saying
Yeah, do
before
your job.
that? What was I saying?
Stuff about technology.
Something to do with 3D printers. Oh yeah, there was I was basically congratulating
quite
Ieuan on a
happy
good plug for the 3D printing shop. I was gonna ask him though, if I haven't already asked you already this before. Do you remember the first time you ever used a 3D printer?
Yes.
When was that? Well, actually, no. Give us your history of 3D printing, Ieuan.
3D printing is actually very recent.
Is it?
actually. I mean, doing 3D CAD. Obviously, I've been doing it for the years. I've been doing
Yeah.
it for ages.
Yeah.
And then I thought, because I had a job, I was just like, I always want to make stuff, but like, because I want to do some RC stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what's a cheap 3D printer out there just to see? So I bought this printer off Lidl's,
Okay.
right? Basic, bog standard, started off, and that was in 20. Actually, I don't know when it was. I think
Just- you-
I made a post on Instagram. I'm gonna find it, but I think it was 2018. I started my first 3D print.
Really?
Yeah, and I was
think
just
mine were around
like,
the same
I
time.
used to in
I
high
didn't even
school.
know
then.
you existed.
So,
oh, here it is. No, even sooner than that. 14th of May, 2019.
Oh.
I bought this printer,
wow.
which is now fucked. It doesn't work. The software's buggered on it, and I don't know what happened. But I've now shifted to Creality, and now I'm building Dalek swords and all sorts. Like going from that jump to that, it's a nightmare. But I do remember the first thing I 3D printed. I think I've still got it actually.
I don't have the first time 3D printed. I don't have.
I do have the first thing I 3D. Hang on,
Yeah, you do. You got your chair. On your desk.
That's not the first thing I 3D printed.
What is a thing you 3D printed?
Yeah, I know it's a thing, but that's not the first thing that I 3D printed. In fact, it was the Ieuan that was thinking what his first thing was. I was trying to think what my first thing was, but it wasn't here in the room. Mine's probably still at Chief somewhere, to be honest.
I can't find it. It was basically like a pre-example like thing you get with the printer. You get like these files.
Yeah.
Be tested with. It was a flat rocket.
Yeah.
The second thing was a little robot. And after that was a unicorn for my niece. And then after that, I think it started making my own things. So then started making stuff like the suspension for the trailers, for the RC stuff, my custom sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
And actually, that printer, the last thing it printed was the first parts printed for the Dalek, which was the plunger plates where they swivel on the pods. Those things were the last things it printed. Then the next print, it fucked up with something. So, in all fairness, but back then I really didn't know what I was doing because I was such a fine print. I was using it as 100% fill, and it took so long. It like took days on end to do a small little piece. That would take a couple of minutes. So me developing and how I come along, it's because I just didn't like trial by error, trying things out, Google, YouTube, and I'm now printing things out as a little business and massive scale projects like Daleks and stuff like this. So there is a big jump, and it has been very recent. Actually, it's more recent than I thought. So that's 3 years of work.
Yeah.
Which is
I was wondering. Because obviously you've done quite a bit of
Shit.
stuff. What?
I just realised something.
What?
14th of May. What's the date today?
The 19th of
19th
April.
of May. April.
So next month will be 3 years of me printing.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, what's the thing you're the most proud of that you've made?
Probably the Dalek.
I mean, the Dalek, I would say.
Supposedly
Okay.
one.
I mean, the Dalek is up there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the biggest thing. I think the next thing after that is going to be the TARDIS.
Okay.
Possibly K9.
Okay.
But I think the Dalek is the biggest and the best. I think any of
You actually finished in K9, poor thing.
no.
I think you should give up on haven't you?
Yeah. The next thing I think afterwards is the swords. I think is the next best
Okay.
thing.
Did
I've
you say
made.
you're doing Wally at some point?
Wally is one I do want to do, but that's going
Oh.
to take a while.
When you do it, I'm sealing him.
But I haven't told you. I don't think I told you guys this.
Oh god.
But I may have every single file for a full body Iron Man.
Neat.
Was this the Buzz? Was it like the Buzz Lightyear
Buzz Lightyear
Iron
comic.
Man put together?
Oh.
Yeah, but you gotta
God's
do
sake.
Buzz Lightyear Iron Man.
Yes.
So it's like,
Have you
Not-
seen? Have you
so
seen
you
it?
know how Iron Man? You know how Iron Man is?
Yeah.
It's basically like that. But
Isn't
it's
that
like
the one
the
that you put in
design
your?
Hang on.
of Buzz Lightyear.
Let me put a.
I was
Iron
excited.
Man-
But then I was not excited.
It looks pretty cool.
No.
So, I got. Where is it? No, that's a shit one. So this is the actual suit as well. Copy. General.
Oh, I kind of want one.
I don't.
If it was the standard one, I'd be more excited. But if you're just mixing it with the flipping Toy Story, then no.
What's wrong with Toy Story?
I mean, I might still do
you
a
don't mix
standard.
Iron Man and fucking Buzz Lightyear. You don't do that.
What's wrong with Toy Story?
Nothing wrong with it. It's just
Good.
They look pretty cool.
But that's the suit right there, and that's gonna be the paint as well.
yeah, not a fan.
Oh.
I mean, I
No,
might
no.
also do a standard red and gold as well,
That'd be
because
good.
that's the Mark 37.
Okay.
And on Do 3D online, they done a free giveaway, and it was still available. So I was like,
Okay.
I was like, ah. So I bought it. I
But
was like,
I was just
yeah.
I was gonna say, on the front when you mentioned when you were saying that your the Dalek is probably your best design thing. Because people may not know, but I've also worked with 3D printers, although I had to stop when I left secondary school. I've done work with 3D printers, and this, actually, these two items are two of the best things I've ever made on a 3D printer. Like, if I can get it, that is.
This is when he breaks his things.
Okay. So the first thing, the most complex thing I've made is this: a Star Trek Discovery actual hinge tilting Star Trek Discovery communicator. And the reason why it's the best, my proudest thing I've ever made is because of the fact that it actually opens up. It was a very, let's say, it's a very, probably not the best way of making a hinge. But what I did was I found a rod, like a plastic rod, and then I just used that to make a hole through the main communicator part and the hinges part there, and I just did that after that.
See, I'd love to do 3D print.
I know, it's fun. And the other thing I made was this.
Remember,
What?
I'll have to make one.
Are you right there, Ieuan?
Not
Are
that,
you annoyed by the way I've done things?
Now, a certain someone, when you mentioned the word rod, started to try to giggle.
Oh,
No, that. Who?
Right.
is
No,
that?
I didn't.
Sinead.
It's
I
really
didn't.
mature.
Literally, as soon as you said rod, she went like this. I went, really?
Mind you, isn't that normally me what normally does that?
I mean, I didn't laugh.
You nearly did. You're like,
Did
She likes a good old rod.
she loves a good old rod.
That's what she said.
No, it's not.
Rodney.
Sorry.
Child like
Rodney?
Rodney.
My inappropriateness. Just.
Sorry, I
got
just-
on me.
Oh.
I never
Man.
used to be like this.
It's a model. Also, so that image is a model. It's not actual full scale, but it's the same model of the scaled suit
Okay.
I've got. I just realised
Okay.
that. Sorry, it's a side note.
Yes, yes, Stacey? Oh, never mind. I thought you
The
were
thing is,
Oh, oh.
Ieuan,
Someone's done Buzz Lightyear's Tony Stark. Sorry.
Ieuan,
No.
do you know how people done the Iron Man suit where it opens up like that?
Yeah, with the mask. Yeah.
Would you do that for that suit, or would you just
Yeah, you
use
can do it.
like a helmet?
Yeah, you can do it. You can have it so it has like flaps and all sorts and lights and all sorts.
Flaps.
You gonna say something, Sinead?
No.
Oh, because you just had that. You just had like a look what you just had something about it. You looks like you're gonna say something.
I mean, I need to head off in a minute, but
That's
like,
fine, don't worry.
Toodles.
Think of
I mean,
anything
no.
else?
I mean, I'm trying not to right now, but I know
That's
my
fine.
mum will in a minute.
That's fine, don't worry.
So.
Just think of anything else I need to. Actually, there's one thing I do want to bring up. It's not really. I don't know how big it's gonna be, but one thing I love about technology recently is what it's doing to help car development.
What?
Car development.
Now, something that if you've seen a certain vid over there, Toby, not fucking. If you've seen a certain top 12 car list that I did with Ieuan a little while ago, then you'll know that me and Ieuan have different outlooks and desires when it comes to cars. Ieuan likes more of the classic sort of rally sort of cars and that sort of thing, and I'm more of a modern man when it comes to cars and everything else. And so this is why I'm bringing this up, because I'm quite a fan of just how technology is being integrated into cars with like electric cars and all these different environmentally friendly cars. And I'm saying all these environmentally friendly because I know the argument that the electric cars aren't completely or at all environmentally friendly, and that's why I'm covering all the bases. But there are some cars that I've seen that are just like concept cars that I've seen for different like brands that are just amazing. One of them being, I mean, firstly, like, one of the cars that uses like modern technology and like a lot of sort of stuff is just, I mean, favorite car of all time is BMW i8, which is an electric car, and it's just, yeah, amazing. But one of the it's a BMW concept car that's coming out at some point. BMW concept. If I can find the damn car. Concept car. What is it called? Is it called the i4? Is it i4?
Toby,
Yeah. Do you need to head
I'm
off?
probably gonna have to.
Oh, that's cool. Go on. That's fine. Don't worry.
Thanks.
That's fine. Don't worry. That's fine. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Straight to the point.
I'm saying the point. I was the video. Okay. See you later.
See you around.
Bye.
See you around. Where is it? And now she's gone. Where is it? There's a certain car that they're making that does. What the fuck? Okay, I've just seen this. Your thoughts, please, on this thing, because when it loads up. There it is.
Mine's the car man of the.
This is just the back end of whatever this is, but
No, it was like someone just took their table and dining table and just put it into a car. In my
Right.
opinion.
Can I? Right. I'll have to.
Here we go.
But I found a clip, and I want to show you guys something about these like technological hybrid stuff, right?
okay,
So I'm going to share a clip. I'm going to share my screen,
okay.
right? So this is endurance
Could you
race car.
also
right?
send me the link as well. Just for
Yeah.
my
So this is an endurance race car.
yeah,
What it is, it's basically like, do you know the 24 hours and stuff like that?
yeah,
This is the top end. So this is the P1
yeah.
GT, the GT1, like really top end one. And there's a bit where when it comes out the pits, it goes from electric motors only to engine, like a Prius would do and stuff like this.
Okay.
Right? This is the race car. Just listen to the
Okay.
transfer from electric to ready?
1 second. Could you send me the video in a second, just so I can?
Let me. All right. It honestly, I'm gonna put it in the general.
Yeah, cause I just because for editing layout and stuff, I don't want to mess up the thing. I'll pop it in.
Right. It honestly goes from the actual electrics.
And then all of a sudden it just goes into gas. It's the same.
It's like it's just hit warp. That's on idle. Can I just point out? That's the endurance 24 hours cup race cars.
Yeah.
That's mad. God. It's like if a plane goes through the sound barrier.
Yeah.
It goes quiet. It goes...
This is another angle. I think this is another angle from the same car. Oh, so these are the air jacks. That's how I was playing with on the race cars. You undo the air, and it drops the car down. Because the cars I was working on race up with these guys as well. So, come on, start up.
How do they change from electric to gas then? Is there like a...
At a certain speed.
No. My. No.
That is. Oh, it is something.
It is something.
Man.
It just sounds like it goes to the sound barrier.
Oh, it's like. It is something. I mean.
You don't say. Wow. Well, that was certainly unexpected, for sure.
The shock.
And I will.
Shock horror.
What's this?
This is the old V12 F1 cars.
That sounds like a fucking air raid siren.
Sounds. The best engine noise is the V12.
I have to differ on that one. It sounds nice, but it's not the best engine sound.
When there's a flyby.
Sounds like a pod racer.
They like rev up to like 1500 RPM.
Bloody hell.
Standard road car is 7,000.
It's sparked.
Was that a spark?
Yeah, it hits
spark,
the ground.
Here on the floor and just bounced on the road. Yeah, spark. But
F1 cars do it all the time.
yeah, but
Like at the moment, the current F1 cars, they put
Yeah.
little titanium bolts
okay.
just to make sparks. Just
Wow.
it looks
Really?
amazing. It looks crazy, like
Wow.
for a visual show-off thing.
Right. Well, I'm in a second. I'm gonna close this up. But there's one thing I want to talk about, which is to do with gaming, actually, to do with technology, and it's the way in which and not in like just the way they're making these games look amazing and not like just how they're doing it, but I want to talk a little bit about a specific type of gaming, VR, virtual reality. I got myself for Christmas. It was quite a surprise actually. An Oculus Rift Oculus Quest 2. Oh my god, that thing is amazing. Because obviously the Quest 2 is like one of the newest model out there. It's the wireless headset. It is bloody amazing. And today I actually recorded the video of me playing the game Elite Dangerous, like I said earlier, on the VR. Bless you. And oh my god, that game is just beautiful. Like, there's something I never actually realized. I didn't realize I like looking at a planet so much in a game. Just the way, because obviously I was flying by a moon or a planet. I looked at it, and it was just the depth of field, and the 3D effect that the game gave the moon. I was like,
I tell you what, then you need to play a game called Star Citizen.
I think I've got that saved in my
I
wish list, I
really
think.
want to play it because that game looks stunning.
Hmm.
And you just fly ships from one planet to another, and you get like pirates. You got police force like trying to get one of the like, leisure ships, battleships, fighters, helicopters. Like,
That sounds
I think the next thing in podcast I'll do with you guys is probably like transport and cars and stuff, and like space and more space stuff and more cars. Basically just transportation and that's what, and just basically motorized things.
Ieuan's interest.
Yeah, basically. Well, a lot of
Into a
both our
video.
interests basically.
Well, and
But-
you.
Yeah.
I've got my interest in
I know.
cars. I'm learning off Ieuan. You know, I'm learning the car ways.
the ways of the car.
I know the ways
But
of the car.
anyways, that was a bit of a mess up at the start of the episode, but I managed to ease it out slightly. But that I will now bring the close to the technology episode. I must say, a lot of good discussion there, a lot of good thoughts made on that one, and a very good random time as well. It's the first time I've ever had a random time that's ever been congealed into one sort of thing. And so you go there, Ieuan. You good there?
I'll explain afterwards. It's fine.
Okay. So
Say?
with something Ieuan sees something.
I thought you just sat and spread.
Ieuan sees something. I can't tell if he's excited or sad about it. I think he might be sad, but I
About
can't tell.
what?
I don't know. He said he'll explain after the episode, so
Oh,
I guess I'll finish it up here.
Keep going.
But so with all that, thank you all so much for watching this episode of the SergeantBeckett's podcast on technology.
That's alright.
Well, as per usual, anything you have to say about anything, or anything you have to say about our opinions, then please put it in the comments. Again, middle ground rules apply. No fighting or anything. Just please collated arguments.
Suggestions of what should we talk about next time as well?
Yes, that as well. I think I've said that. Yes, actually, that reminds me. Because I've had that idea before. Basically, and I'll say that now. Yeah. So, if you guys have anything that you think you might want to see us talk about, anything that you think might be interesting or you want to see our views on, pop the topic but even better, put up the topic in, and if you have something for it, a specific subject in that topic for us to discuss. So, like the music one we had with the sea shanties, and the wider sea shanties, that sort of thing. So, topic of whatever, say for example some music, and then the subtopic of sea shanties to us to discuss specifically in that subject. But yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I was going to say that eventually, but yes. And at some point, there will also be a topic which it will be inspired by Distractable. Sorry, yeah.
I was just
Okay, but officially now, thank you all. That's in the podcast episode. Thank you both to thank you to the guest who did leave a little bit earlier, Sinead. All her links will be in the description below. Thank you to Stacey and Ieuan for being part of this. All the links again will be in the description below. Thank you again for you guys for being here. It was great to have you here for this one. And as well as Ieuan's 3D print factory shop on Etsy, so you can go and see what marvelous things he's making over there. And well, on that note, thank you all so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, Sergeant Beckett. If you like, in the description, again, all the links for everyone here will be in the description below. My link tree, all links for, if the guys have link trees, I'll put those in. If not, I'll just put all their links in generally. I'll find it somewhere. Thank you again for watching. I shall see you all in the next video. Adios.
Bye.
So what were you laughing at? What was wrong with you a minute ago? What's happened? What's happened?
So, do you know the discussion last night? We're like, which one out of the three of the people that got it in their basket, is after the crow sword?
Yeah.
Well, one of them's just gone ahead and bought it. Fully painted. 5 steps.
Have you double checked, make sure it's not Sinead?
Well, if Sinead lives in America.
Unless she's doing that to trick you. Do you know what? No.
That would not work.
No, it wouldn't.